Mary Kate's three-step formula to manifesting money. Get aligned, explained, part one.
Manifestation Mojo to live the life of your dreams. Most people want to manifest money and be a total money magnet. Our analysis reveals some people do have a money manifesting system that's designed. Mary Kate has three-step formula and the happiness code along with it bring together what you might need.
Talking about Mary Kate's stuff here is she goes into alignment. The body needs to be aligned for manifestation. And one of the questions that I really had was, what is alignment and why is it important? Because I've heard of alignment from other people, other gurus. And so we dug deeper. And what we have found is alignment is when your thoughts and behaviors and actions, they're all focused on one idea at the same time. It's kind of like an alignment there. Thoughts is really what you think about, and everyone knows what you think about, you bring about. Where the mind goes, the universe shows. Now, behaviors, those are what you do consistently, much like habits. And talking like with food in your mouth or something like that, that's kind of a bad habit. Thinking negatively is also somewhat of a habit or a behavior, because you'll notice that
So what bad habits do you have?
I've got all kinds of bad habits. And when it comes to manifesting money, let's just say, one of probably my bad habits is in the past, it's always been I can't afford it. It's been some sort of lack where I've put a ceiling. That was a habit. I wouldn't let myself break through that.
So how do you get aligned? Because to me, it's the alignment of where your subconscious is telling you one thing and you're stressed out because you're actually doing something else. Just a little while ago, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get together for a meeting and have something to eat at the same time. Look at there is this stress where your subconscious says, "Hey, you need to do this," but this comes in the way. How do you get this alignment? How do you get this all to work out?
Well, going back, there's three parts to it. The first one is thoughts, the second one is behaviors, and the third one are the actions. Okay. So you've got to think about being aligned, and then your behavior needs to be in alignment, let's just say, with that. And the third thing is the actions. It's actually what you do. So if I have a habit or I'm thinking, and my habit is always thinking the same thing, they're habitual, is I'm thinking of lack. And my actions are, okay, I can't afford it. I don't need it. I just, I need to make more money, or I would do this if I had more money. And those are, we actually have a video that's all about actions and, the one question that really will help you break through that. That's up in the cards over here on the right. But really what we found is that there is a happiness code. It's an audio series which helps with alignment subconsciously. We're not going to go into the subconscious part of all that today in this video, but that is something that Stan and I have both gone through, and we highly recommend.
But isn't that what the subconscious do? Isn't that where your habits come from? Just saying that out there, just throwing it out there, because we can't explain everything in this video. But on the other hand, the happiness code somehow breaks through vibrationally through that, let's say, the habits, so that you let's say, almost automatically think differently because the program's been interrupted. Look at
that's something that Mary Kate definitely left out, is subconsciously, how do you do that? Because a lot of the things for me is it's a how to. I want to get in alignment. Okay, I know what the three things are of alignment, and you guys do too, but how? And this happiness code, and I'm not trying to be a big sales guy here on the happiness code, but subconsciously, with the different frequency of theta waves, bam.
Boy, is that true? That's true. You got to be mindful of your thoughts because, something happens all the time. So tell me about some more about things that what you've experienced with mindfulness and how it relates to Mary Kate's three-step formula.
So thoughts, on how to get aligned. Now that we know really what the parts of alignment are, the three parts, now it's like, well, what do we think about? How do we get aligned? We want to be, or at least I like to be mindful of my thoughts. So when something happens to me during the day, my mindfulness, which is stop, I take a small pause. Okay, there's stress. And then I decide how I want to react to the stress. If someone cuts me off on the road, in the car, I can choose how I want to react to it. If my son does something to me, I can choose to react to it. If I'm trying to manifest money and I'm having these negative thoughts, I have to slow down, stop, and revisit that negativity and why I'm thinking of it. And I can choose to think of something different. And that is one of the keys that is not easy. It's simple, but it's not easy to stop your thoughts from being negative, from your limits of lack, to aligning yourself with abundance so you can manifest money.
Align yourself with abundance. That is really good. So to help you align yourself with abundance, there might be something that just a little bit of thing that I have always found is to always to be grateful for whatever you have, not just say, well, I'm grateful for having, let's say, this video that we could put on, but to be grateful for something that's just really, really turns your crank, whatever that you get excited about. For instance, I had my hip replaced some years ago, and I am really grateful for that doctor for helping me and for easing a lot of pain for all that.
Well, for me, grateful, I could be grateful for a cup of coffee. I could be grateful that I've got some chickens
Don't you
behind
get
me.
excited about some cup of coffee?
Well, you know what? I enjoy that.
What we are trying to do is get the mind, let's say, prepared, being grateful, getting aligned so that you're ready for the second step. Is that right? Always to think of trying to think of positive, happy situations, smile, give a cheer, stuff like that. That usually brings you in the present. Really, as a quick review, how about that? Would you give us a quick review?
Alignment is when you need to be in alignment for a lot of things. All right. Your car needs to be in alignment in order to drive straight down the street. Okay. So alignment is when your thoughts, one, your behaviors, second, and your actions, third, are all going the same direction. And this is kind of like a recipe. Okay. Think of baking bread. If there's an ingredient missing, the bread's not going to come out right. So if you're thinking of manifesting money, all right, your behaviors can often be thinking and dreaming of what your life not really could be like, but what it is like when you have the money. And Mary Kate's really great about that is in the present, what you have the money already. How would you act? Who are you? What would you be doing? Or what are you doing? And, your actions of the day will reflect, and your behaviors will reflect you having the bank account full, the wallet full, in the safe, all that stuff. So the review is being in alignment. That is necessary because if you're not in alignment, the car or whatever, your brain, your manifestation of anything is going to go sideways.
Yes. So let's give special thanks to Mary Kate for helping us and guiding us to get to this three-step formula. Thanks, Mary Kate, and we appreciate all the work and guidance you give.
Yes, thank you. All right, we'll see you guys on part 2. So if you have not subscribed or if you don't have that ring of the bell type of thing, we have part 2 because Mary Kate's got some really great information, and we broke it apart into different series so it's understandable for the very basic or intermediate person who wants to manifest something that may not have had success manifesting in the past.
Yes, if you're frustrated, let us help you. Here is another video we think you will find valuable. Highly recommend you watch it. Go there now to help manifest what you want.